Ball State Sports Links Driven is proudly presented by Stoops Automotive. Online at stoopsauto.com.
Would I have rather been home? Probably yes, but could I control that? No.
People would be like, well, who's Ball State? Who's this? It's like, well, don't count us out. Yeah, we might be the underdog, but we're going to go out there and we're going to play you like any other team.
A spring flavor on this go-round of Driven presented by Stoops Automotive, as the show is loaded with stories highlighting both Ball State baseball and Ball State softball. Welcome in, everybody. Alongside Allison Luthman, I'm Connor Onion. Allison, let's start with a team that's been pretty good in the Mid-American Conference over the past few years, Ball State softball, as they've been led by a pretty impressive group of seniors this season.
Well, the team continues on another successful season after winning the MAC tournament last year, and none of that could be possible without the leadership of the senior class.
What do you buy a senior class that pretty much has it all? They've won 3 championships. They've been honored with nearly every conference award in existence. And, by the way, they picked up their first NCAA regional win in school history. This Ball State senior class has walked the walk and walked it some more.
I think we've all 5 been here since the beginning, and we've just worked really hard to really build that camaraderie on the team. And we've had some good seasons in the past with the 3 championships, and we're really just trying to instill that sense of competitiveness and success within the program.
I know previously we had a couple seniors that did really good things, but our class, these 5 girls that I've been able to be on the field with for the past 4 years, have worked so hard to get every accomplishment that we've gotten, and I think it's full deserving of what we've done.
We're a really tough class. It never mattered who was on the other side of the field, and for us seniors, like that was the mindset from freshman year all the way up till now. Some people would be like, well, who's Ball State? Who's this? It's like, well, don't count us out. Yeah, we might be the underdog, but we're going to go out there and we're going to play you like any other team.
The 5 of us have had a pretty big impact on the school and the program, and I think we're like good leadership as well as like we get stuff done. We like set the bar for work ethic. We have that mentality where we're tough and we're willing to get it done no matter what.
The legacy for us is definitely toughness and relentlessness. I just look back and I think it's just crazy of all the relationships we've built with all the team members, and especially with the senior class. Knocking off top-seeded teams, winning the first regional game in school history, and just kind of continue strong and play together is kind of where our focus is. I definitely think last year, I came back after a tough injury. It definitely crossed my mind to not come back, but when I thought about the team last year and the great potential that we had, I just really wanted to be there for my team. Then when I was able to come back, I really wanted to put my all into it so that I could contribute however I could, and just getting to experience the success that we had last season and going to regionals, that just made it all worth it.
Definitely the regional win against Notre Dame. There's like nothing more real than that, and just you worked for something for 4 years, so not only like coming to college and playing softball was a huge goal, but like playing at the highest level possible and going to a regional and competing at the national level with a group of girls that you've blood, sweat, and tears with the entire time. That kind of like team victory is what you live for as an athlete.
That meant everything to us. Obviously that's such a big accomplishment that we've had in our past 4 years in our career. And it's just something that whenever we get all together later on in life, we'll just be able to look at and be like, this is something awesome that we've done in history. And I think it's something that just shows what our class is all about.
It's senior weekend here at Ball State University. The final game at First Merchants Ballpark Complex for the 2016 season that's capped off with Senior Day.
I just want people to remember me as like, yeah, like I played with her. She was a great player, great ball player, and like she did some crazy things and like made great plays, and she always stuck things out. And I think that's definitely what I want to leave and have people remember me by.
I think I contrast the rest of the senior class a little bit, where I'm just like more of the positive one. I hope to leave upon the younger kids like level-headedness. I'd like to show them like a little bit the calm when everything else is starting to dissolve around you.
I hope they'll remember me as someone who was always a fighter and, was never satisfied and was always trying to get better and trying to perfect my play. And just a good team player that was always there supporting everyone and making the best of everything.
Softball is just a major part of me, and now that I'm a senior, it's kind of bittersweet, and this is my last time playing here at Ball State.
It's just so emotional. I put everything out on this field, and I just know that this class, and myself included, that we just want to leave everything out on the field. My cleats have been through so much on this field, and I just want my last couple games to just do the best I can and just know that I've left everything I possibly can on this field.
I'm Alexis Williams, and the second annual Chirpies put on by SportsLink and the Student Athlete Advisory Committee was another complete success. Hashtag Chirpies trended for over 24 hours in the state of Indiana, including the #1 trend during the show. Now, let's look at some highlights.
How excited are you for tonight?
I'm very excited.
What are you looking forward to?
I can't wait to see my friend get the award.
Are you happy Trey's here with you?
Yes.
We'll start out with my roommate. He is the Vineyard Vines campus rep, so he just inspires what I wear. His name's Bannister Leinhart. You should talk to him. You get everything from the top to the bottom. He'll let you know what to wear.
Well, I wore this, not the same jacket, but to my bar mitzvah. I'm Jewish. When I was 13, I had a plaid blazer. And my sister just got bat mitzvah 2 years ago, so I got this jacket for her bat mitzvah. I thought I'd recreate the outfit.
You had a day off today. How long did it take you to get ready?
It took me actually like 30 minutes to get ready, but then I took an hour to look at myself in the mirror and admire myself, because let's be honest, I look good today.
Like walking in on the red carpet with your team?
It's always great. I mean, you build a brotherhood with these guys and a bond that can't be broken. And, just walking in feels like a squad just rolling up and ready to take over. So it's a good time.
I got a Versace suit on, my fault, with some Tom Ford sneakers. Feel me? I got this nice Belova watch on. This inside shirt is Dolce & Gabbana. That's a lot of money on.
Okay, I got a North Face jacket on, some Wrangler dress pants.
But they look good though.
And I got these shoes from Payless, but they cost like 20 though. But they lit. They lit.
These guys are all about the glitter and the glam, so when this team is ready to get into their outfits, it's quite an event. Did you guys help each other get ready for the Chirpy?
No, but I think I look better.
What? Are you kidding me? Why do you think you look better?
I like pink.
Okay, cardinal red.
That is orange. That is orange.
Between red and orange, I'm closer to cardinal red.
She just dug herself a hole.
Did you have a pre-Chirpies meal?
Yeah, actually, I made chicken and mashed potatoes before this.
How good was that?
It was really good because I'm the best cook there ever was.
I'm looking forward to the band. It should be fun. Seeing all the videos that SportsLink's done. I think that's a lot of fun for me.
All right, now you have to explain to me what you're wearing. Did you help him pick out what he is wearing?
No, he picked it out. He has great style. I mean, I maybe guided him a little bit, but he did it on his own.
She absolutely helped me pick it out. I had a bunch of ties out, and I was like, which one looks best? And so she helped me.
Now let's look at what people were saying about this show. Men's golf coach at DM Fleck posted a photo congratulating his athlete Johnny Watts for winning Male Athlete of the Year. Now even Charlie Cardinal got in on the action. At Charlie Chirps tweeted his excitement when Orlando Jones called him out for always shaking his tail feather. He's hashtag sorry not sorry. Ball State football player at Heronhep Haiti describes his night in just one word: electric. At Rachel_Brock threw the deuces up with her fiance and baseball player Caleb Staten before strutting down the red carpet. Hashtag fancy. And that's what was trending at the Chirpies. Connor?
Thanks, Alexis. Already looking forward to the 3rd annual Chirpies next April. For Ball State softball senior Nicole Steinbach, the accolades have been constant for her in her time at Ball State. As she was the starting pitcher, she pitched a complete game against 16th ranked Notre Dame in the regional win last year in the NCAAs. This year, she picked up her 500th career strikeout, only the 4th in Ball State history to do that. Despite those accomplishments, there's still been doubt for Nicole Steinbach.
I've been doubted my whole life. But I've never doubted myself. I've been counted out, but never down for the count. I've been overlooked, but I've never been outworked. My biggest obstacle isn't my opponent. It's myself.
My name is Nicole Steinbach. And I play for you.
Ball State SportsLink produced their first baseball series on ESPN3 this month. Here's some highlights in case you missed it.
With a chance of evening showers in Muncie, today game number 1 of a Mid-American Conference Weekend Series with Ball State and Bowling Green. It's college baseball from First Merchants Ballpark on ESPN3. A shot between the gap of first and second in right field for Ball State. It's called to make the grab, the throwback home in time. As Minorik took off from second to round home, 2 outs in the top of the first.
Do you remember being a part of that?
I unfortunately do remember being a part of that, just trying to rip open the open Band-Aid. Kennedy makes an amazing grab play at first base.
Kennedy has had a pair of those throughout the course of this afternoon. Brockhouse throwing home and a called strike 3. Brown thought he had the walk. The bat was flipped. It's a called strike 3, and Brockhouse is out of the inning. 0-1, lined right back up the middle to the second baseman, Spalding to step on second, and a double play throwing to Staten. He went 3 for 4. A A swing and a shot, right field. Williams on the back pedal watches it take a hop to the fence. Rounding second is Bisa. All the way to third, the throw is not in time as it was bobbled by Doherty. A sliding triple for Bisa, the redshirt freshman.
Was able to see that. Maybe he even sends him in.
Peppers into center field, off of a bounce, coming home to score for Ball State is Rindflesh. Evening the game at 1 run apiece.
When are you going to take your shot?
As Call lifts this one deep into left field. On the back pedal is the left fielder, and it's over. Smith stares at his glove as a 2-run shot by Call. Gives Ball State their first lead, 3-1. A strikeout to end the game by B.J. Butler. Ball State has bounced back 3-1. They win Game 2 in this Mid-American Conference Weekend Series.
And you're going to sacrifice fly in this situation for Rindflesh, or any way they can get across another run is so important for the Cardinals in this inning.
Rindflesh back against the left field fence and sends it over.
There's the momentum for Ball State. Rindflesh sees a pitch he can handle. First pitch, didn't waste any time after the single and RBI by State. And Rindflesh doing what he does, providing the offensive power, quick hands, and sends it over left field.
He's going to look for something really specific to his liking. That he gets.
That may be it. Over the right field fence for Big Smooth.
Almost the entire Ball State dugout excited.
Butler hasn't allowed a run. As Kennedy steps on. Kennedy rolls across. And maybe one of the best plays we've seen this weekend.
All right, it's that time of the show where we take a look at what's chirping in Ball State sports. Up first, Connor, we have one of the most prestigious titles given here, Male Athlete of the Year.
That goes to Johnny Watts. He collected the award at the Chirpies last month as he was the 2015 Mid-American Conference champion. He was humbled a little bit this year, finishing 23rd at the MAC championships, but that was still good enough for him to be named second team All-Mid-American Conference.
All right, up next, Ball State baseball, who had not one but two MAC Players of the Week.
Caleb Staten continues to crush the baseball in a weekend series against Western Michigan. He had 9 runs batted in, including 6 in a 21-1 win over Western Michigan. He's second in the NCAA right now with 62 runs batted in on the season. As for Kevin Marnin on the bump, he's been probably the most consistent pitcher for Ball State all season long after transferring over from Akron.
All right, now let's take it back to the beginning of the show and talk about softball senior Nicole Steinbach.
Nicole Steinbach recorded her 500th career strikeout, only the 4th to do that in Ball State history, only the 33rd currently in the NCAA. She's been a staple of the Ball State team in the circle since her time as a freshman.
And lastly, but absolutely not least, Ball State track and field, where 10 athletes improved their personal records.
A unique situation for the Ball State track team on April 30th, as half the team was at Miami of Ohio, the other half in Athens, Georgia at the University of Georgia. It was in Georgia where the team really shined, with Cassidy Swenson taking 3rd in the 400-meter hurdles, and then the team with the 4x100-meter relay took home the gold in Athens. A lot of people would agree that baseball can be a great teacher and that it can humble you, as the most successful players in the game succeed only 30% of the time. But for Mitch Gibson, off the field, his greatest life lesson and greatest aspect of being humbled came via a little girl named Brooklyn.
I got a phone call, and I remember the day. It was January 13th. That morning, it's probably 8:30 in the morning. I get a call from Shelby.
He said, "No, you're lying." I was like, "No." It was kind of a slow conversation. It wasn't really feeling my best, and I just needed to make sure that somebody was up there with her to be okay.
Right in the middle of the baseball season and traveling and all this hectic stuff. Would I have rather been home? Probably yes, but could I control that? No. So, we're hit with things in life that were not expected.
Like her being in the hospital, not knowing what's going on at all times during the day. You just really worry about them because it's up and down how she was every day. She could be good one day, the next day she wasn't having a good day. It's just very, very stressful on anybody.
One thing that she said that really was like, man, God really has her in her hands, was when she said that, she came out and she let out a little cry. I said, for a baby that was 1 pound and she's, born at 26 weeks, letting out a cry is pretty impressive. And she says, hey, Brooklyn was born. I was like, hold on, did I just hear what I think I said? Like, what are you talking about? Because she wasn't supposed to be born until April. She's like, yeah, she was born this morning, was rushed to the hospital. She got lifeline to St. Vincent's. She's in the NICU, she's under care right now. And the fact that she was able to, breathe on her own for just a little bit before they got her to the hospital was really, really cool as well. Shelby didn't really get to see her that much because, it was a bang-bang thing when she was born. She saw her for a second, didn't really get to put hands on her or hold her because they had to hurry up and get her to the NICU. So I rushed immediately. I called Coach Malone and said, hey, Coach, here's the situation. And he just, he goes, if you ever need anything, you can always, get a hold of me. Just explain things to me ahead of time, and I'll bear with you. And he does. He supports me 100%. Just like all the guys on the team do, they support me.
He stayed the course. He's been there for his daughter. Certainly in the big scheme of life, that's far more important than the great game of baseball. And he's done a great job of balancing that. I'm proud of him for that.
Her name's Brooklyn. Brooklyn just turned a year old in January. January 13th was her first birthday. She actually is a smaller 1-year-old because she was born 4 months premature. She was born at 1 pound 15 ounces. She was in the NICU in St. Vincent's in Westside Indianapolis for 4 months. And later towards the end of the baseball season last year, I think actually the MAC championship game was the day she came home. It's kind of a situation I was like, man, do I need to go home and help take her home, this and that. Luckily my girlfriend back home was able to say, no, you stay there, you play the game. I'll take care of everything at home and we'll see you tomorrow. So that was something that was rough for me. Last year was, battling back and forth of going to school, coming to baseball, going back home, going to the hospital to see her. Really rough time. But I don't think any of this would be possible without my girlfriend who's, busted her butt. She was up at the hospital every single night for 4 months straight with Brooklyn by her side. So that was just something really cool.
It was hard at first because I was up at the hospital every day and he was at school and he couldn't drive up to Indy every day. But just being able to text him every day and tell him positive news about Brooklyn, it really just helped us.
It's just real tough because at that point when she was born, I didn't have a car on campus. So it was, opportunities that whenever guys on the team were able to let me borrow their car, that was the time I was going to be able to go home.
If he ever has a problem, I drop everything for sure. And I know he'd do the same thing for me because he's kind of like a brother to me. And, I love the dude. He's like my brother.
I think having my parents and my girlfriend's parents, our parents have been so helpful, especially hers, being able to help babysit while my girlfriend Shelby's at work or this and that, and while I'm at school, she's able to stay home. So it's just, things couldn't be any better than how they are right now. Things could have been a lot worse. I think she's changed my life, but I've had to mature real quick. I do like to joke around every once in a while.
You can tell he's grown up a ton, which I really respect that.
Time comes once baseball is over and once practice is over, lifting's done, I'm going home. I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna be with my family. That's what matters to me at that point. I'm not gonna worry about baseball throughout the day. When practice has happened, that's my full focus. But once practice is over, my family's gonna get my focus.
She loves Myth. She loves her daddy. She's happy, she claps, she yells.
There's something I always have, you know, in my hat because, you know, family means a lot to me. I'll have my hat, I have a cross in the middle of my hat, and then I have Brooklyn on one side and then Shelby on the other side. And I always say a little prayer, I always bend down, and I always say, Lord, to me and you, Shelby, Brooklyn, love you guys. So I always know I have them in the back of my head, and, you know, Brooklyn went through all that. I think I can go on the mound and pitch, you know, 2 or 3 innings and be fine. She's sitting there with oxygen and stuff on her all the time, so I think that's, you know, I'm breathing fresh air on the pitching mound, you know, on the field. Nothing's better than that.
That's a wrap for this edition of Driven, presented by Stoops Automotive. A thank you to our executive producer, J.C. Obringer. For Allison Luthman and Alexis Williams, I'm Connor Onion saying thanks for watching Ball State Sports Links Driven.